Star Wars only, I don't know what the fuck your problem is.
So we confirmed a while back that Episode 9 was going to have Mark Hamill back in Star Wars. However, and we had mentioned this at the time, it didn't say if he was playing Luke or not, and a lot of us were kind of confused about it. And I assume, I really couldn't imagine who else he would be playing other than Luke at the time. So, turns out I'm right, and most of us are right in our speculation that he is still playing Luke, because Mark Hamill finally came out in a tweet, and he said, I mentioned keeping my hashtag Star Wars opinions to myself, and what happens? It triggers an avalanche of questions about the next one. All I can say is, yes, I'm in it. Other than that, just consider it Episode 9 comment. So basically, for a lot of us, this confirms that he is in it, and he is playing Luke Skywalker, as we all speculated. And of course, that means, you know, we might not be alive in it, but it's either going to be a Force ghost, or it's going to be a flashback sequence again, or something. We don't know what's going to happen yet. One of the other things this confirms is that J.J. Abrams is trying to soften the blow that The Last Jedi did to Star Wars, and of course bring a final ending to the Skywalker saga, basically. Because one thing, as I've talked about in my podcast, Let's Talk Star Wars, I talk about how one of the weird things about them going possibly beyond Episode 9 is the fact that there's no Skywalkers. Technically, Ben Solo is a Skywalker. However, his name is not Ben Solo Skywalker or Ben Skywalker Solo. It's simply Ben Solo. So if he had offspring, then, well, they're not going to call them Skywalkers. They're going to be Solos. It'd be different if, you know, he had a sister or a brother and Han and Leia had another kid, and they could then, of course, possibly name the kid Skywalker if they wanted to. I don't know. But even Leia doesn't go by the Skywalker name. Neither does Han Solo. So, I mean, yeah, it's gonna have to be Luke having kids, and since that hasn't happened that we know of, it's gonna have to end at Episode 9. And so with Episode 9, you of course have to have the Skywalker in there, Luke Skywalker, and just kind of bring an ending to it. And I like this. I like the fact that Luke's in it. Luke has always been my favorite character. I hated him in Episode 8, but I do think that J.J. Abrams understands Luke, in my opinion, far better than Rian Johnson ever will. And so I think we're going to get a more fleshed out Luke. Well, not even fleshed out Luke, just a better Luke in general. Just simply Luke like he should have been and like he normally is. And so I'm looking forward to that now. And I'm happy that J.J. is trying to soften the blow of The Last Jedi. Even though he says he isn't, I think J.J. is a far better director, in general, just a creator, than Rian Johnson. I've liked a lot of his movies, and when it comes to The Force Awakens versus The Last Jedi, I like The Force Awakens a lot more. I know a lot of people don't enjoy the movie. I don't love it, but I definitely like the movie. It's a movie I can watch from time to time and be okay with. So I'm looking forward to Episode 9 more and more now, with Luke confirmed to be in it officially, again, basically a double confirmation that we have. This makes me more excited for the film and makes me more excited for 2019 in general. I think it'll be a good year. They are really riding on this movie, and I feel like this movie will be a gauge on what's going to happen for the future of Star Wars. We still don't know what's going to happen with the 2020 movie that's supposed to come out, the next standalone movie that we have confirmed, but Bob Iger talked about slowing down. So this could really gauge what's going to happen next with Star Wars fans. If it's a huge financial success, then there's possibilities for a Kenobi spinoff and whatnot and all that stuff. And it'd probably be a little more obvious that we don't like Rian Johnson. Or maybe not. Maybe if we completely don't see it, they'll be like, all right, well, they don't like Star Wars anymore, so we're just going to kind of stop making movies at this point and not do anything else. Well, then that kind of sucks. But it's like they don't go on the internet. Our big problems with the movies right now are people like Rian Johnson. And we just, like, for me, I just simply don't like Rian Johnson. I don't think he's good for Star Wars. And I don't like the movie. And I also don't like the direction of Lucasfilm. But we've always talked about this stuff. And so I think 2019 is looking better with this confirmation. Double confirmation that Luke Skywalker is in Episode 9. We don't know the name yet. I can't wait to know the name. I'm getting a little more excited as time goes on because, you know, it's Star Wars, whether you like it or not. It's another Star Wars movie, and who isn't going to see it? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you all next time. May the Force be with you, always.